comes to mentoring, what challenges have you faced when you start mentoring a startup? Maybe some rewarding stories where you felt, okay, actually I made a difference to this founder. And then maybe a couple of stories where you felt that there were a lot of challenges. Once you took up mentoring, then you realized, okay, maybe I need to take a step back.
Okay. So I'll give you, in fact, I have many stories and we can carry on till dinner time, I guess. See, I've been a professor, so I can talk. I can keep talking. So I'll share one story. And, to me, being an angel investor, being a mentor, they're interlinked. So I'll share with you a story where we potentially could have invested, but we actually started giving advice instead. So I'll just share the story with you. And this is in one of my books. I think it's in this book, Funding Your Startup. Right? So we were sitting in a conference room and three young guys, young engineers, okay? And I could empathize with them because I've been an engineer 45 years ago. They walked in and they said, "Sir, we have a solution for a waterless urinal."
Okay.
And the important thing is, this was the year, this was the month of November 2014. Now, the month and year are very, very significant because just 3 months ago in August, 15th August, the Prime Minister had announced Swachh Bharat Abhiyan.
Yes.
Okay? Ab Swachh Bharat Abhiyan mein the idea was brilliant. Boss, we will create crores of toilets. Brilliant idea. But पानी का है? बहुत जगह तो पानी नहीं है. Maintain कौन करेगा? सफाई कौन करेगा? You can't. So suddenly these guys had a solution. And we said, yaar, ye to bahut badhiya. Today, Kulmani, if you go to any mall, go to a restaurant, go to a hotel, this is very common. But at that time, I'm talking of 10 years ago. It was not common at all. So we said, boss, this is brilliant. But then we got into our mentoring cum investor mode as well. We said, look, how will you market this? Sir, we'll appoint distributors. Great. Makes sense. Okay. Then we told them, boss, one very, very important thing you have to keep in mind is you do not have an entry barrier in this business. Okay. These are tech guys, the engineers, they understand the product, they don't understand business. We said, look, you don't have an entry barrier because tomorrow 30 other guys can, create the same thing, and if they grow faster than you, you're killed. Right? You don't have an entry barrier. Your design can be copied, or you'll have, somebody with a slightly different design. So the only solution for you is you must get into the market very fast. Very fast. Establish yourselves, establish a distribution network, appoint distributors, and build a brand. Right? Now, what these guys said was, yes, we'll do that. So we said, immediately when you walk out of this room, your next priority is appoint distributors. Immediately, don't waste time. Yes, sir, yes, sir. So we said, look, we'll take 1 month because that's the time we'll take to evaluate your company. But we are very keen to invest. Badhiya. We met them 1 month later. And these guys, they were looking very excited. So we said, kya hua? Sir, we are now working on a female version of the same thing. So we said, yaar, wo male version ka kya hua? Sir, wo hai wo. Yaar, wo tumne distributor appoint karne the, what happened? Arey sir, just give us 6 months. In 6 months, we'll have the male version and the female version. Together with a dhamaka, we will appoint distributors. You know what the reaction was? There were maybe 25 investors in that room. Our reaction was this. Yeah. Very good idea, brilliant opportunity, very good designers, good tech guys, zero concept of business. Right? That is when our mentoring started. We said, boss, nahi chalega. You guys are brilliant. And by the way, they had a professor with them. He was very happy because he was publishing paper after paper. But that's not business. So these guys had converted it into an R&D project. So we told them, look, there must be one person who understands business as a co-founder. Sir, we'll get a manager. No? you have to get a co-founder. Manager can leave you in one day flat. Has to be a co-founder who understands business, understands sales, understands markets, who has been on the field and actually, seen distributors. If you can do that, you will be successful. Otherwise, you will not. And if you can do that, we are willing to invest in you. So I think they didn't do it, by the way.
Okay.
And I think the company just finished.
Okay.
So I think there are many, many situations where we find founders know one side of the story, but there are many other sides which you're completely unaware of. And मेरा experience ये रहा है कि tech founders typically understand tech. They're very good. Sir, I've built a brilliant program. अच्छा, what is the problem you're solving? Sir, वो तो देखते हैं. If you're not solving a problem for somebody, I mean, you don't have a business. In fact, I think in all these 3 books, I talk about my persistent model.
Yes.
Where P is problem, you have to be solving a problem. Yeah. By the way, E is earnings model.
Yes.
If you don't have an earnings model, boss, forget it. You can't solve it. So I think there are a lot of areas where we find people, and there is one more category. Unfortunately, in some cases, founders are not willing to listen. They believe they know everything. And in fact, that is one place where we normally back out, both as an investor or even as a mentor, because we know it's pointless.
So that growth mindset is not there.
Whatever is required, there is something that is missing. So, for example, there are founders who will come to you with very, very unethical services. We say, there was one guy who came to me, my student, I don't want to name him. He said, sir, in the US, when you get assignments, I forget what they call them, projects or whatever. Very often, these students don't have time. So what they do is they put up the assignment. We provide expertise. We will do the assignment for you. Put it up there. He said, yaar, ye unethical business. Ye mat karo. Don't do it. Because this you will not be able to go beyond a chota. You will be like a chota version of a kirana shop. Bas. So there are many, many situations we face.
Yeah. And people are actually doing this. Freelancers.
Freelancers, yes. But if you want to run a company, a private limited company which is growing and hopefully you're getting investors, the investors will never give you money for this.
Yeah.